Fox News is following a developing story out of Mobile this morning. An investigation is underway to determine the cause of a fire at a local business. Here's a look at the scene. The fire broke out around 10 last night at the public storage building on Azalea Road. Crews worked throughout the night and into the early morning hours to get the fire under control. Steve Huffman says that the operator of the storage unit and his wife lived in an apartment on site at the business. Now the couple made it out just in the nick of time. Several storage units suffered extensive damage. Of course, keep it tuned here to Fox 10 News as well as fox10tv.com for updates on this story.
In the meantime, if you use part of Azalea Road during your morning commute, you will need to find another route.
That's right. The fire at the public storage business has forced officials now to close Azalea Road to Village Green Drive until they put that fire out completely.
And joining us now is Steve Huffman with Mobile Fire Rescue, joining us by phone to tell us more.
Good morning, Steve. What do you want drivers to be aware of as they're traveling in this area this morning?
We do have Azalea Road closed from Cottage Hill to Village Green Drive. We've got a fire hose out in the road, and of course we've got all the fire trucks out here as well. So I'm looking at several hours of this road being closed. We'll reevaluate everything probably around noon just to see if we can change some things. But right now I'm looking at least most of the morning, if not most of the day.
That's to make sure, Steve, that this fire is completely, I'm guessing because of the size of it, you just want to be on the safe side and make sure that there aren't any hot spots, that it is completely out?
In fact, we just had some heavy equipment to arrive, and we're beginning to essentially take the building apart. Just to give you an idea of what we're looking at, it's a very large metal building that's broken up into smaller compartments, and every one of those compartments has doors. And we had to open every single door to get to the fire, and it's a very difficult fire to fight because of that. And, of course, the fact that it's made of metal, it also holds that heat in. This metal got cherry red from the heat, and it makes it very difficult to put out.
Now, Steve, how extensive is the damage to the people who have rented out these particular storage sheds? What should they be doing this morning?
Pretty much the building that was on fire is pretty much total. The contents are either burned or melted and pretty much totaled out.
And what about the firefighters? Have you had to call in extra to come and help? And who's fighting this? And I'm guessing it's a pretty tough job for them this morning as well. And you've been working since late last night.
Well, you know, Matt was talking about the heat, and that's one of the things that we consider. Not only the heat and humidity, but the heat from the fire itself. So all night long, we've been rotating crews in and out of here. Plus, we have a rehab area set up where they get an area to sit down, cool off, get something to drink. The Salvation Army is out here with us, and they've been real good to the guys, feeding them, giving them drinks and what have you. So we do rotate the crews pretty regular. Okay. We did have one firefighter to get hurt. He got second-degree burns to the back of both of his arms, but nothing life-threatening. And he was transported to the hospital during the night.
Right, so definitely a hard work there. Steve, give us an idea of how long this stretch of road is between Cottage Hill and Village Green, that section of Azalea Road.
Eric, it's really not that long. But unfortunately, it's just where the break-off is. Like I said, Village Green Drive is actually an area where several apartment complexes exist. Actually, folks probably want to if they don't have to come down Azalea Road from Pleasant Valley, it's best just to avoid that section altogether. And then on the other end, we're not far from Cottage Hill. It's just around the curve there. But again, there's nowhere else to go if you come down Azalea from Cottage Hill, so it's best not even because you're going to have to turn around and go back.
All right, so maybe make extra time this morning. Thank you so much, Steve. We appreciate that information.